I think we're ready to start here. Let's just get things going for a minute here. And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning. Let me just mute this. Oh, it is already muted. Perfect. Perfect. Let me just post this here while you guys are getting going. Jim, good morning. Infinitely good morning. How is everybody? So, folks, before I begin, we're doing something really cool next Wednesday. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be on the 31st of this month. It's going to involve 4 free trade ideas. Here's the link for you. And don't forget, my VIP room happens at 11 a.m. And here's the link for that as well. We'll be getting started in just a few seconds, literally. Just want to get the room filled up a little bit more, and we'll get going. Ed, JB, Infinitely, Dr. Serena, Private Human, David Brentley, Robert, Jim. Hello. Ken, oh, Karen, I thought it was Ken. Kimberly, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Now, remember, there's a few second delay here. It's about an 8-second delay. Hopefully, you guys could hear me and see me okay. Let's get started. Ooh, we got 43 people here already. Oh, in just a few minutes. I like that. Okay, so let's talk about all the good stuff. I am. I'm actually, by the time Friday hits, I get a little tired. I do, mentally, not physically. And I feel like it takes me till about Sunday morning to get back to normal. Steve, good morning. Howard, good morning. Good morning. Somebody sent me an email. They said, you say good morning too much, but I like to say good morning. There's people coming in here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so let's begin. So as you guys can see here, unlike the last couple of weeks, Ruddy, hello, Rudy, Roddy, not Rudy, Roddy, and Marina. Hello, good Marina. All right, so you guys can see here we are down about we're down about 50 points on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is a little bit soft right now. It's very different than we've seen the last couple of weeks, where the Nasdaq has been leading and the Dow has been lagging behind. It's a very different environment right now. And one of the reasons that's happening, just to give you an idea, it's because Intel, yes, that Intel is down because of earnings. And I know I keep telling you guys don't trade earnings, but some of you don't listen to me. There's just too much unforeseeability. And even somebody like me, oh, my screen, I got to share my screen. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Otherwise, I'd be here for 20 minutes not sharing my screen. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen now. Oh, sorry about that, Ed. I apologize. And thank you for giving me a heads up. So Intel is down. They had some nasty earnings overnight. It wasn't just Intel. There was another company. I'll talk about it right now when we get into the analysis. But not expecting a bullish day for the QQQs today for several reasons, including Intel. Remember, Intel is a leader, and it could really take a bite out of the market. That's the negative. The positive is the bond market. If you look at the bond market, you'll see right here that the bond market. Hey, Brian, it's all good. Scott, Ed, Marina, Roddy, good to see all you guys. You could see that the bond market, remember I drew this line for you, and this is really important. I want you guys to pay attention. As I mentioned, the bond market is driving the stock market right now. And as long as we don't break this level right here, it looks like things are going to be sort of contained. If we do break this level, however, and if we go downside right here, it's going to be really bad for the market. Not saying today's data is not bad for the market, but it'll be really bad for the market. If you look at the QQQ right now, I would be really surprised. I don't get surprised that often with the market, but I would be really surprised if we didn't hit the 8-day EMA over the next few days because this trajectory looks like it's starting to come down. And that's okay. As I mentioned before, you see this line right here, this red line near the top range, right there. The odds are very, very strong, astronomically strong that we're going to come back down here, test this area, and then we're going to decide whether we're going to be going back up or coming down. Okay. But I think till we test this area, or at least come down near this area, nothing really good is going to happen. If you look at the SPY, and I brought this up yesterday, look at that, 94 people in 5 minutes. I love that. Love that. We've been getting up to about 140 and another 400 or 500 watching on replay, so it's great. The S&P, as I mentioned, notice the S&P is not curling as much as the NASDAQ, a lot more strength. So that's telling us that blue chips via the Dow are starting to control. And that's actually not a theory of mine. That's actually something you could see right here. Look at how even and with a red line it goes right above the EMA, where the QQQ flying Ronin. So good to see you here. Does he? P17 infinitely. Thank you. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But you could see that there's definitely weakness in the NASDAQ. And quite honestly, I would be surprised otherwise. I mean, look, you've had Netflix earnings, which were good, right? Positive earnings on Netflix gave us a nice little boost. But at the same time, you had Tesla. Look at Tesla. Oh, that Tesla is selling off. And by the way, Tesla's almost at that triangle, right? Almost at the bottom of this level right here. What I said yesterday was if it breaks above 190, 193, 4 above this level, there's a good chance it'll fill this gap, but it didn't even do that. So the odds are it's going to just kind of hunker around here and then come right back down here and then started going up. But I don't think Tesla is done just yet. David, it depends on the moving average. It depends on the moving average. Thank you infinitely. I appreciate it. But yeah, the moving average, it depends. Like if it's a 20-day EMA, it's not that important. If it's the 200-day EMA, that's really important. If it's a 100-day, 50-day EMA, those are really important. It depends on the trend line. It depends how long-term trend line is. If it's a trend line like this, long-term trend line, it's pretty accurate. If it's a short-term trend line, like holding a bottom here, they're not as accurate. So I think it's a matter of context. Everything is a matter of context. Rate of change is good when you use it on a short time period infinitely. Short time period, it works really, really well. So, but we are getting a bit on Tesla today. We'll see. Again, keep your eye on the upper end of this range for Tesla, which is what I said in the Telegram yesterday, about 193, 194-ish. Okay. Now, I told you about the bond market. I explained that the bond market is gearing up to go down. I think we will go down. It's already negative today. I think we're going to go back down, but I don't think we're ready to break this. But when we are ready to break this, we are going to hit the 100-day moving average. And this 100-day moving average is going to be extremely relevant. And I mean extremely relevant to where we're at right now. So something you definitely want to pay attention to. The bond market right now and the QQQ in terms of whether or not it breaks the 8-day EMA. And you could see the 8-day EMA right here in the picture. You could see how close it is. Let me just make sure it's an 8-day, not a 15-day. Yeah, it's an 8-day. So we want to, if we break this level, we're going to get some more weakness. Now, in terms of Fed data, let me just go through this real quick. We've got yesterday we had durable goods, GDP. I'll talk about that in a minute. Today, the biggest reports, we're going to have personal income and pending home sales. Don't you dare do anything before 10 a.m. because the market is going to be very frisky digesting this report, which comes out in 33 minutes. Speaking of, and in terms of earnings, we had Visa yesterday. So far, financials didn't do nearly as well as I had expected. Today, we have American Express. Just to give you an idea of where, oops, wrong ticker symbol. Clumsy this morning, clumsy. I got toothpaste into my eye this morning. Have you guys ever had toothpaste in your eye? It hurts so bad. Yeah, it wasn't safe infinitely, definitely. Good morning, Henry. So look at American Express. Oh, American Express did come out with earnings, and they were better than expected. I thought they were worse than expected. So we got a little bit of a upshoot from American Express. I guess they reported just a few minutes ago, but I guess they're better than expected. So tech week, financials are strong. Matter of fact, financials have been gaining some ground the last few days. Look at that, holding up. And as I said, blue chips appear to have started here. Blue chips are starting to take hold. So you could see right here, it's still semiconductor, it's still communication services. But I'm telling you right now that if we look at this in a few days, it takes a few days. This is 5 days, this is 3 weeks, this is 6 weeks. So if you look over 6 weeks, 3 weeks, and 1 week, you could see the semiconductor communication services. But in the last few days, we've seen home builders, we've seen utilities, we've seen healthcare, and we've seen consumer staples come up. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this start changing around, especially with the QQQ starting to cool off. Here, let me show you short term. This is the last 3 days of the QQQ, okay? Look, right? Now look at the last 3 days of the Dow. Listen and watch this and pay attention. It's really important. Look. Do you see the difference? Let me go back. I want to show you this. This is 3 days of tech. The last 3 days of tech right here. Okay? And this is the last 3 days of the Dow. The Dow doesn't have a lot of tech. The Dow is a lot more blue chippy, okay? Nothing to do with alpha rotation, Scott. If you have a question about alpha rotation, just email me. I'll gladly answer it for you. My email is Roger. Here, let me give you my email. Roger@rogerscott.com. There you go. You can always email me about alpha rotation. We're going to be merging alpha rotation and bargain hunter. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. It's going to be happening next week or so. I'll explain why later, not right now, but it's for the best. Okay, so anybody who didn't have anybody who had alpha rotation is going to get bargain hunter basically. It's going to be and anybody who has bargain hunter is going to get alpha rotation top stock. It's going to be pretty cool stuff. So you could see that the Dow is not bucking the trend. It's moving, and the S&P will meet us halfway in between because the S&P has equal amount of tech and blue chips. So you could see right here. See that? But definitely market cap is coming into stocks like XLP. And this is really important, folks. Believe it or not, this is really important. See, look at how consumer staples closed yesterday at the high. Look at how semiconductors closed yesterday. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'll just do QQQ. Look at how QQQ closed yesterday. Do you see the difference? Big, big difference. Look at how healthcare closed yesterday. Do you see that? This is one day. This is yesterday's closing. So, hey, Adam, good for you. Good to see you. Good morning. Hey, Campbell, SMH. Thank you, Raleigh. Thank you. Thank you. Morning. I'm still waking up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Had a brain fart. I apologize. That's what I wanted to show you. Didn't do so well yesterday, but XLP did really well yesterday. I'm showing you a 5-minute chart of yesterday's closing. So you see where market cap was moving yesterday? Also, let's take a look at financials, and then I'll get into the bigger picture. And then I'll get into my hit list. I want to go over my hit list. Yeah, financials didn't do bad yesterday. They didn't close down here. They closed around here, which is fine. Anyhow, and American Express did better than expected. All right, so let's talk a little bit about global economy, and then I'll go through my hit list with you guys. David, hello there. So NASDAQ is down. Disappointing data on Intel is not doing well for sentiment. And it's not just Intel. There's two stocks, actually. Intel down 11%. Intel is a major, major stock. IBM climbed more than 9%. American Airlines topped expectations. Tesla dumped. And Humana, remember I told you that Humana is going to be I gave you this stock as my most hated stock of 2024. I gave it to you guys about a month and a half ago. when the price was over here. Do you guys remember that? In turning point, it was at 480. Now it's at 350. Did anybody take me up on that? It was my number. I gave you guys two stocks that I think are going to be the worst stocks. And look at Humana. It's dropped over 150 points since I called it out right here. Anyway, just thought that was kind of cool. I know a lot of folks made good money on that trade. So, all right, Commerce Department yesterday showed that economy grew at a faster rate than most people thought. That's a very positive. New home sales did better than expected. Durable goods did well. We got a little bit of a tailwind yesterday. 48%, not 68, 48% of a 0.25 basis point rate hike. And as you guys know, I believe this is going to go down to 25. Today, we got personal consumption expenditures. That's part of this report right here. This is going to be a pretty important report. I'm looking at the price index right here. I'm looking at a level of about 2.7. This comes out in about 27 minutes. I'm looking at core year over year. It's expecting a little lower. And I'm looking at year over year. I'm not looking at anything month over month, only year over year. Okay, so they're expecting a little higher number for year over year price index. And for core, they're expecting flat. Yeah, most people did. Good for you. Rich, ooh, look at you. 300% on Humana. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Made my morning. So these are going to be baked into today. These are the numbers that are baked into today's report. So let's continue. We got pending home sales. This happens at 10 a.m. This report happens at 8:30 a.m. This happens at 10 a.m. So you're going to have to watch very, very closely. Personal spending is also going to be reported. I just brought that up a second ago. Europe is giving us a little tailwind. Very, very important. China, it closed marginally higher, not taking anything away, not blowing cold water in our face. And Japan, which really follows us, they snapped a 2-week winning streak with weakness in chip stocks. Probably as a result of what we're seeing right here in the U.S. I wouldn't be surprised. So here's what I wanted. Here's the stock that I forgot to mention. It's not just Intel that's taking a dump. It's also KLAC. KLAC is like Applied Materials. It's a very important. They make manufacturing for chips. So again. KLAC and Intel, both in the dumpster. Don't look for a major rally. This is not the day to trade AMD, folks, okay? I know we've been making good money on AMD in the pit, but this is not a day. T-Mobile finally dropped. Verizon and T-Mobile have been doing really well. All the stocks that have been giving us a lot of tailwind are down now. Visa is down. Not happy about that. But today we got American Express, Colgate, and I'm hoping that American Express can cause financials to rally because we're still holding Goldman Sachs, this position right here, and I'm hoping that the report today, the Fed report and Goldman and American Express can give us a little bit of a tailwind. We're still in this. We got in right here. This would be our fifth loser. If we take this loss, if we break down here, it'll be our fifth loser out of about 85, 90 trades. What are you going to do? All right. I talked about the sector rotation that's happening. I talked about fundamentals. I talked about different sectors. I talked about earnings. Let's talk about our favorite topic. Let's talk about stocks we're looking at right now. All right. Uber. Still liking Uber. And folks, I know I'm going to be talking about tech a lot right now, but tech, grain of salt. Remember, we have to be careful with tech today. Very, very careful with tech. RTX, I like this stock. This stock is actually filling in a gap. We have two gap positions right now, but if you look at this stock, you could see it's filling in this gap right here. And over short term, it's starting to break up. It's above the 200-day moving average. I think the stock is going to go higher. RTX. In the morning, we very quickly go through things. We don't, go deep into it like I do in the mid-noon. Remember, at 11 a.m., I'm doing this all over again, but I'm going deep, and I have my afternoon list. Cognizant Technologies looking pretty good. Ally Bank. I still like Ally Bank quite a bit. I like this stock. Notice how it had a big bar. It had a gap after the big bar, and it's still moving higher. That's strength. That is institutional strength right there. I like Caterpillar right now. Haven't talked much about Caterpillar. Had earnings yesterday. Stock did really well. Almost traded it yesterday. Came very, very close. Wow, look at David. Look at you guys made out like bandits on this Humana. I love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Let me just put this up right here. One second. Let me just repost this real quick. Oh, you guys are fantastic. Give me just 1 second here. That is fantastic. All right, let's continue. That makes me happy. Okay, so KKR, I like this. Now here's what I like. This pattern is very cool. I like when it makes a new high, consolidates, and then starts coming back up here. You could put your stop loss right below this because if it breaks this, you don't want this anymore. Wow, 95% on Humana. That's great. That's great. Let me just copy that, put it right here. And we're back. Okay. So next stock, next time, Light. I like this stock here. Wow, we got 174 people. I like the stock. I think it's breaking out nicely in the short term. Look how it's looking. Again, nice little rounded area. Ross Store. I like Ross Store. This is beauty. This is a beauty, beauty, beauty. I'm so glad I could share these stocks with you guys in the morning. PRU. Oh, what a beauty. Keep an eye on this one, man. Keep an eye on this. And it's financial. It's financial. It's insurance and financial. TW. I like that Prudential a lot. This one is looking fantastic. Look at this. Nice little consolidation. I'd like to see it go a little higher, but it's looking good. I'd like to see relative strength on that stock, but it's looking good. MCI, Mass Mutual. I don't think I've ever traded this stock before in my life, but it's looking good. It has a couple of down days. Keep an eye on this. If it starts bouncing back, it's a good. These are stocks you should definitely have on your hit list. Oops, wrong ticker symbol. Wrong ticker symbol. FFIV. And you'll notice that some stocks, I keep targeting them and stalking them for a long time. This is a beauty right here. Prudential looks like this stock minus like this right here. This is a beauty right here. I got to say, we're showing some I like some of these stocks. I really do. Oh, that's nice. I'm getting excited about trading today. Okay, now to the short side. We're getting some victims finally. This is a natural resource stock, Latin. Look at how it bounced off the 200-day moving average right here and is now starting to come down. Another one that I keep forgetting to talk about. I didn't even have it on my list today. I just remembered it. I told you guys about this. You guys remember I send you a letter? Not a letter. I send you a little reminder, and I explained how. And I talked about it yesterday. And what happened yesterday? It went down 3.67% after we discussed it. Do I think we're done? No, but I'd like to see us break this 100-day moving average. If we break this 100-day moving average, I think we're going to go down a lot more. Matter of fact, here, let me show you. Kind of reminds me, doesn't it remind you guys a little bit of Tesla? Like this is where Tesla was a few days ago, and now Tesla's more like down here. I don't know when earnings on PayPal are, but I'll check right now. 11, 20. Oh, so not till okay, so we not till beginning of next month. So we still have 2 weeks. So I would really implore you guys to keep an eye on this stock, and if it breaks the 100-day moving average, ba-boom. Yes, I said ba-boom. ADM is still in play. Like this is a perfect example. We've been talking about this stock. Good morning, David. We've been talking about this stock for about a week now, and it's still dumping. It's still dumping. Let's see. Lithium. I told you guys that I think lithium is starting to come down. Now, let me tell you guys something. Listen good. The stocks in this industry, when they fall down, they're like the best momentum stocks. You'll see them fall like SCDG, all those stocks. You'll see them fall $3, like just do this sideways and fall another $3, and then they just move. I mean, we were trading them in the summer in the pit when I was giving you the free pit in the main VIP room. We were trading a lot of those solar stocks to the downside. They are amazing breakdown stocks. They are stocks where you can make in a day trading them, $3, $4, $5 at a clip. So if this continues to break down, we're going to be in a good position. Keep an eye. You may want to also look at the constituents within the LIT. For example, Albemarle, Tesla. Look at these stocks, SGML. Look at these stocks, PLL, Piedmont, Lit. A lot of these stocks can really break down, okay? Last one, FRWD. Just take this right here. FWRD right here. Here we go. Man, we got 182 people. I love it. And here's another one. And I'll be watching this very, 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 very closely. Now, got something to tell you guys. Let me just get this link. Like I mentioned, let me just put this here. Next Wednesday, we're doing something really cool. Mark your calendar, okay, for December 31st at 11 a.m. It's Wednesday, next Wednesday, right before my VIP room. We got Nate, we got Jack, we got Graham, and myself. We're going to be holding a special roundtable to discuss. It's going to be free. We're going to be giving you guys $500. The best, each of us is going to give you our favorite $500 trade idea. Four different guys, four different trade ideas, $500. You'll get all the details, the ticker, the price target, the option criteria. I can't wait to share mine with you. It's going to be really cool. I'm very, very excited. Wait till you see what we all have cooking up for you. Join that program. It'll be really cool. It's not a program. It's free. It's just a roundtable. We're starting to launch them again. 11 a.m. next Wednesday, the 31st of January. It's going to be great. I will see you guys. I will see you all in a couple of hours right here in my VIP room. Bye, guys. Have a great day. And thank you for being here and joining me this morning. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you. If you have any questions, I'm not busy this weekend. I'm not really doing anything. I don't have like a luxurious lifestyle. I don't travel. I hang out with my wife and my cats and my daughter who's still living at home. And I look at the market most of the time. I'm a market nerd. So if you want to reach out to me, please do. No, we're not shorting Moderna just yet. If you have a question about Moderna, let me know, but not yet. Moderna has a bullish seasonality window beginning of February. We got to be careful of that. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day. And infinitely, not December, no, January 31st. Kimberly, I'm still in December of 2018, okay? No, but January 31st at 11 a.m., mark it down.